Welcome everybody, I'm Zyganiuk, your resident chef for Muskrat Magazine. What I'm creating for you today is a spring-inspired salad. Most of my produce has come from Cookstown, Ontario. I'm working with Dave, he's a local farmer. I've been working with him for over 10 years. I'm going to take you through the steps. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a fantastic salad like this in about 15 minutes. All of these ingredients are accessible, especially this time of year, spring. You really want to utilize what's in season. We have a lot of fantastic products and produce here in Ontario. So get out there, meet your produce suppliers, go to the markets, go to the local farmer markets. What I've got here is baby Lola Rosa, baby romaine, and I have some heirloom carrots here. The greens are sweeter and they're more tender, and that's all going to be working together with, I have a heirloom tomato variety, I have a pimento pepper here, I have a golden beet, yellow pepper, and some beech mushrooms that are just going to get sauteed lightly with fleur de sel and some butter. And I have fresh confetti petals. So these are edible flowers. They're essentially just for garnish. They give you a bright, vibrant color to your salad, and they have floral notes. So they're actually edible too. So they're really good. They work well with the salad. And I have some fresh thyme to finish, and some baby pea tendrils, which are organic and they've already been washed. So these are fantastic for salads here. It's about $4 a flat, but they last for a few days. So if you're into like healthy eating and green stuff like that, these are along the lines of wheatgrass and spirulina in terms of nutritional value. So I just have some fresh thyme here, which is fantastic, especially with mushrooms and onions. And I'm just picking it down. It's going to go into the mix with the mushrooms. So this whole salad, once we have our ingredients here in front of us, everything's been partially prepped, it's been washed, it's ready to go. So at this point, we're going to go to the plate. It's really, honestly, it's like a 5 to 10 minute salad. And if you're feeding, like, let's say you have 10 guests, give yourself a few more minutes, prepare that much more, and that's it. It shouldn't take you any longer than 15 minutes to put this together. So it's really that easy. So one of the things that you want to do first right off the bat is, I have a cooked item in this salad. I have some mushrooms that are going to be served warm. So I'm going to cook them first. My pan's preheating now. What I'm going to do quickly is just make a quick vinaigrette for the salad. It's very healthy, and I'm going to show you how we do that right now. So I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of good quality extra virgin olive oil. This is organic in this case, again from the local market. And I've got 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice and a teaspoon of honey inside of this. So basically what I'm going to do now is I've got my lemon juice and my honey and my extra virgin olive oil in a bowl, and I'm just going to whisk back and forth like this for a few minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to create an emulsion, and that's the base for my vinaigrette. So what I'm going to do now is emulsify my vinaigrette. I've added my extra virgin olive oil, my honey, and my lemon juice, and I'm just going to whisk back and forth like this for a couple minutes until it comes together. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to this. I can see that it's a little thin, so I want it a little bit thicker. And I'm going to add a pinch of my sea salt here. This is fleur de sel. Fleur de sel is dehydrated seawater, and it contains essential vitamins and minerals. Now, as opposed to iodized salt that you get in the supermarket, you really want to stay away from that stuff. This is the stuff that you want to cook with and you want to finish with it. And the reason is it's healthy, it's better for you, it doesn't give you high blood pressure in the same way iodized salt does, and it's got great flavor. So I've just seasoned my vinaigrette now, and like everything that we do in the kitchen, we just want to have it, we want to give it a little taste to make sure that it's seasoned well and it tastes good. That's fantastic. For sure, right off the bat, it needs a little bit more oil. It's got a lot of bite from the lemon juice, so I'm just going to lighten that up a little bit with a teaspoon of olive oil. And that's pretty much it. So we can set that off to the side, and that's ready to go. So I've taken my pan, just a small frying pan, and I've preheated it for a couple minutes on a low heat on the side here. And I'm just going to add my beech mushrooms to that olive oil now, which are just going to saute lightly. So as you can see here, my pan is very hot, and that's good because you want to get a good sear on the mushrooms. See how I'm getting color on there? That's what you're looking for. And again, while it's hot, you're going to season it with some salt now. And these are small, so they cook really fast. So I'm just going to take them off to the side now, and they'll continue to cook there for the next 2 minutes. And that's it for the mushrooms. And I have my fresh thyme that I've just lightly picked here. I'm going to add it to the pan last minute here, just so we get a really bright, fresh thyme flavor. So we've added sea salt and fresh thyme, and that's essentially it for the beech mushrooms. We're going to set those in a bowl to cool down a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly put together some of the vegetable garnish for my salad. These carrots have already been washed and I've scrubbed them. I'm not going to bother peeling them because they've already been cleaned. And I'm just going to slice them really thin here on the mandolin, just for the salad. So you just want to be careful and use caution when using the mandolin. And I'm just going to slice these a little bit thinner. What this is going to add is a nice carrot ribbons with great texture to my salad. So that's it for the carrots. And I have a yellow pepper here that I'm also going to add. So let me just cut this in half. It's already been cleaned. Let's use half of that. And we're just going to cut them to little julienne strips. Just going to go right into the salad, the carrot garnish and everything else. So we're just going to create a bowl here of all our garnish for the salad. And then we're going to build our salad. Next, we're going to get into our heirloom tomatoes. Really nice flavor. Fantastic this time of year. A lot better than the regular tomatoes that you can just get in the grocery store. I always look for Roma or heirloom or organic just because they give you a better flavor than the tomatoes that you cut and they're white inside. These are like night and day. So I've got all my veg here. I'm just going to season the tomatoes lightly and the carrots and the peppers. This is my last ingredient for the salad here, and it's a organic golden beet. It's golden striped beet. As you can see, it's striped with white and yellow in the middle. It's been washed too. So I'm just going to cut a couple thin strips of this because I'm just going to put a quick julienne of beet into the salad too, and it's going to add a really nice earthy crunch to the salad. There's our julienne beet. Okay, so now we're ready to build our salad. So what we're going to do now is just put our salad together. And I'm just going to take off some exterior leaves here. And I'm going to get my baby romaine. And I'm just going to cut the core off of both of them. And I have the blonde frise. I'm just going to take 2 of these leaves here. Cut off the bottom. So our greens have already been washed. And now, the thing about building a salad, it doesn't matter if it's a Caesar, a Cobb salad, or a house salad. One of the things that you should be looking for is flavors, textures, and multi-components in a salad versus just taking a bunch of stuff and mixing it on a bowl and throwing it on a plate. It's really big disappointment. So anytime you're making a salad, just take the extra effort to use fresh ingredients and have multiple textures and components. So I'm going to show you how we can do that right now with this salad here. So at this point, it's like build, build, build. We're going to put together our salad and we're going to utilize all our ingredients that we've cut up and prepared for this. So I've got a little bit of Lola Rosa down. I've got my vinaigrette here. I'm just going to drizzle some vinaigrette lightly on the salad like that, okay? And I'm going to put some of our wonderful beech mushrooms that have been roasted in butter there. Some of our crunchy beets. Some of the heirloom tomatoes and carrot. So everything's kind of pieced together really nicely here. And we're just going to add a little tiny bit of seasoning between each layer. It makes the biggest difference in the world, and you'll see in the end. Another one of the things that we're using today has already been washed too, is our baby pea sprout seedlings. So between each layer, I'm going to be adding some of these for crunch too. And it also gives you height and texture. And we're just going to lightly dress those. Okay? So then we go back to our greens. I'm going to start peeling away the outer leaves here of the romaine. And I'm just going to cut them in half so I can place them around the salad also. Okay? And then we're going to add a little bit more Lola Rosa. And I have some frise that I haven't used yet. So here's the base of our greens, and we've added a middle layer of garnishes. We're going to dress the top, add some garnish, and then dress it a little bit more. So don't be shy here. We've cut this stuff, we've cut the garnish, so we might as well use it up. And this is kind of like an organic, healthy farmer salad, so to speak. With our mushrooms on top. Now this could be easily, this would be for 2 people to share, or 10. You just multiply the ingredients, right? So the last couple ingredients I'm going to add here is a little bit more pea sprouts because they add great texture and flavor and they're actually really sweet. I'm just going to make sure that we garnish them too. And this could go on a platter also. See what I'm talking about when you're building a salad? We're getting a lot of height here. Now this looks like it can get messy, but you're coming to the table with plates and we're coming to eat after all, right? So the final ingredient for this is just some edible my confetti flowers here. They're really pretty. Get them at this farmer's market. Totally underrated. And I use them on all my spring and summer menus. And they're lovely. When I do weddings and parties and birthday parties, people love this stuff. So now I'm just going to finish the salad with a little bit more vinaigrette on top, just so dressing flows through the entire salad here. So back to multi-components, height, and textures. This is really what a salad's about here. When I think of a salad, this is what I think of. So this sums up our salad here. And again, when I think of a nice fresh spring crunchy vegetable, big flavor salad, this is what I visualize. I visualize height, flavors, and textures like this. This is all raw and it's all healthy. Mushrooms have been cooked lightly. That's the only thing that's been cooked in it. But for the most part, it's 100% vegetarian salad, and majority of it is organic. And I got this all this stuff here at the local market. It's all in season right now in the spring. So this completes my spring-inspired salad. Most of my produce here today is from Cookstown Greens. This is my Cookstown Greens house salad by Chef Zyganiuk, Muskrat Magazine spring issue. And that's it. Thanks for joining today. There you go, guys. Enjoy your spring salad.